Welcome to ComsVerse. This session is called Compliance Call Recording in a Microsoft Teams Environment, and today will be presented to you by Guy Yaffe. Guy, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Sharka, and good day, everybody. This is Guy from AudioCodes. I'm managing these days the recording business line in AudioCodes for the past 2 years. And our session for today will be about compliance recording in Teams environments. As you can see, we are one of the headline sponsors, and we would like to thank the other headline sponsors with the rest of the sponsors helping this amazing event to come through. A bit about AudioCodes. We've just celebrated 27 years. Public company traded in NASDAQ and Tel Aviv Stock Exchange, around $200 million turnover per year. A global company deployed and offering services in more than 100 countries, offering services to more than 50 of the Fortune 100 companies worldwide, with more than 1,000 partners. The main three focus areas are service provider, contact center, and enterprise domain. Within the enterprise domain, our strategic partner for many years, more than 17 years, if I recall right, is Microsoft, where we are literally today complementing Microsoft offering, no matter in which topology or service, would that be Sky for Business on-prem, Sky for Business online. Today, the latest and greatest, obviously, is Microsoft Teams. Literally, with every component needed by an enterprise, moving forward to that amazing service requires the full comprehensive services. As part of that very comprehensive services, we would like to speak today about our recording solutions. That evolved significantly in the last few years. With that in mind, we are focused around 4 main use cases. The first one, naturally, is the compliance recording use case, where it is all about meeting corporate and government regulations. For these specific verticals in the finance and the insurance sectors. The second use case that we are offering services to our customers is all around quality recording, which is all about driving agents' efficiency. Imagine the scenario of a team of traders with their team leader who would like to evaluate their success, going over their script and giving the right services to their customers during the call, after the call, scoring their performance. This is all about quality recording. The third one is malicious call recording, which is all about driving security standards for the enterprise and reducing fraud and minimizing financial exposures. It's all about having the ability to record on demand, save the recording on demand, and we will go over it with a few other use cases later on. The fourth one is around AI. Our strategy as of today is to offer our customers and to be AI ready. And by that, we mean that we offer them the ability to independently separate between the recording capabilities of all their interactions and the AI layer, which could be completely agnostic, sitting in the cloud and seamlessly connected to the on-prem or the cloud recording. We will talk about that in the next few minutes, and I will show you how this could be easily achieved. Smarttap is the name for our recording solution for almost the past 10 years. We were the first one to certify it with Sky for Business, and we will talk in a second about the certification around Microsoft Teams. We look at it from 360 degrees, as it enables our customers to record everything, all the interactions, voice, IM, video, to capture anywhere in these interactions, internal, external, mobile interactions. It was built and designed for Microsoft UC services. Initially for Sky for Business, as I mentioned, and these days for Microsoft Teams. On top of that, it offers a huge amount of simplification of the management with many different topologies and architectures to meet our customer needs. We have these days, after offering recording solutions for the past 10 years, we have a huge amount of customers in different verticals. Obviously, the dominant ones are in the compliance sectors, which are the finance and insurance institutions, where it is all about compliance, liability, and claims. Energy utilities, which requires these solutions for dispute handling, and government and educations, which require mainly the save and recording on demand for security threats. As far as compliance is concerned, Smarttap supports all of the leading compliance regulated criteria like MiFID II, PCI, the latest buzzword in the industry, which is all about GDPR and e-discovery, the pause and resume capability for PCI that I just mentioned. There is an integrated built-in server for MiFID II, these days offered a bit differently in a Teams environment by Microsoft themselves. There is the option for deletion for GDPR, and on the other hand, retention policies as well. And obviously, Audit Trail is supported for e-discovery. Okay, let's dive into Microsoft Teams. What is supported today? What our customers are using today, and what we are planning for them in the next following months. First and for all, you probably know and heard that Microsoft announced the compliance recording APIs as general available a few weeks ago. We were one of the early adopters into the TAP program, together with the other vendors that were with us from the early days of Sky for Business. And we are about to officially release our recording solution for Microsoft Teams within the next few days. For the past few years, we've been serving these customers, our customers who has decided to migrate to Microsoft Teams and required core recording. As the APIs were not available yet, the only way to offer to them recording solutions was by connecting Smarttap, which is our recording solution, using the direct routing SBC over Cypric. As you can see, that we offered that solution in few different topologies. The first one was whilst the recording solution was installed on-prem. The SBC for direct routing obviously can be hosted or on-prem, or as you can see in front of you, in Azure. And using Cypric, the recorder can tap all the voice communication going to the trunk side, which means we offer to our customers in the last few years the ability to record for compliance or for other use cases, all the incoming calls and the outgoing calls. This is the first topology, which is an on-prem solution, while there were few customers also asking us to host the recording solution in Azure. And in that case, we offered them Smarttap as a managed application from their Azure subscription, or as a turnkey solution from AudioCodes Azure subscription in a non-perpetual model. This is how we've served our customers for the last few years, those who moved to Microsoft Teams and needed trunk-side voice-only recording. But this is not the latest and greatest that we are going to share with you today. Still, there are many customers who require these days inbound and outbound voice-only recording. And with this very simple scenario, you can achieve that without the new APIs. For those customers who require and waited patiently for months over months for the compliance recording API to be available, as they require a bit more than trunk side voice only recording, which is mainly around internal calls where agent A is speaking with agent B, and that should be recorded for any reason, not necessarily only compliance. We offer that today, and we are actually finishing a very successful early adoption program with our customers with dozens of proof of concept worldwide, and we are going to offer that solution as available in the next few days. That designs is basically based on the same good and mature Smarttap recorder that we were offering to our customers for the last 7+ years. The new component, as you can see in front of you, is a new Teams bot that we have developed in the past half year, which is serving us in order to communicate with the end customer Teams tenant over the compliance API. And on the other hand, on the right side, with the Smarttap recorder. The first release that we are going to offer to our customers in the next few days, it will be offered in Azure only, which means customers can record all their voice communications, internal, external, federated conferencing, where the recorder is hosted in their Azure subscription, where they manage the infrastructure, which is highly recommended and preferred by our customers from security and privacy concern. On the other hand, for those customers who do not want to deal with Microsoft around Azure, or do not have the relationship and would like us to offer them a turnkey solution, we will host for them a dedicated recording instance in our Azure subscription. In any way, the recording platform that was built for the enterprise market was built with a strong focus around the compliance and the need for security and privacy. As such, our customers appreciate the fact that each and every one of them is getting a dedicated instance of their recording solution, no matter if this is hosted in their Azure subscription or in our Azure subscription. In either way, as everybody is moving their assets and their applications to the cloud, we evolved as well, and we are shifting gear into a new business model where instead of purchasing Smarttap in a legacy CapEx mode, we offer our customers to buy that in a non-perpetual model, in a per user per month model. No matter if this is hosted in the customer or partner Azure subscription or at AudioCodes Azure subscription. On the first release that we are offering to our customers in the next few days, we will offer, as I mentioned, the full voice interactions as well as shared desktop recording. move on to a few other interesting topologies. We appreciate the fact that our larger customers will still require to have an on-prem scenario or architecture where they would like to see and touch the recording solution, especially the recorded files. For these bigger customers, in few months, by the end of this quarter, we will support and offer the first topology of an on-prem installation, while obviously the Teams bot, as mandated by Microsoft, will be hosted in the cloud in the customer Azure subscription. A dedicated bot per customer and a dedicated Smarttap in their on-prem private data center. Obviously, these two needs to communicate over a secure VPN channel. For the more complicated, advanced scenarios where we are addressing the requirement to record different interactions for multinational companies with different branches spread all over the world, we do see the trend of moving to a more centralized approach with a dedicated centralized recording solution hosted in the cloud in Azure, together with a dedicated centralized Teams bot. While on the other hand, we appreciate the fact that due to regulation in different countries like Switzerland, there is still a need to store the recorded files within the country. On all the scenarios so far presented, we will offer to our customers a dedicated instance of the whole three main components, which is the bot, the recorder, and the storage, to be hosted in their in-country Azure subscription. More than that, in this more advanced topology, we will offer them a centralized recording solution where they can store only the media recorded files in their private data center in these countries. If this was not mentioned, we are gathering during the session we are gathering questions, and I would gladly answer these in few minutes right after I will finish my session. Okay, as you probably figured out by now, the whole model of tapping interactions in Microsoft Teams requires the bot to be hosted in Azure. That's the only option, which means the tapping is done in the cloud, which means all the signaling and media now should be transferred to the Microsoft Teams tenant, and this is where the recording and tapping is being done. You can argue that for these bigger customers, well, both the direct routing SBC and the recorder is on-prem, taking all the media to the cloud for recording and pushing it down again to the recording solution is not the most efficient architecture out there. In order to address these challenges, we've come up with a network optimization design where most of the interactions that would be around trunk side voice recording will be recorded directly from the on-prem SBC, while all the other communications like IM and video will still be recorded from the bot in the cloud. This will offer to our bigger customers a much more network optimized design. And this is, as you can see, this will be available at the end of the year. I will do a short recap in a few minutes, and I will go over our roadmap for the next following months, so we can have a clear picture what is supported today and what we are planning to support in the next few months. Last but not least, for these existing Smarttap customers, which are predominantly using it for Skype for Business and would like to migrate to Teams. We reckon the fact that this journey in many cases takes more than few weeks, sometimes even few months, sometimes forever. For these customers, we will offer by the end of this year the ability for coexistence and smooth migration from Skype for Business into Teams. This will obviously follow a very generous commercial offering for these customers who already paid for their licensing. And by utilizing their investment, we will offer them the option for smooth migration into Microsoft Teams. Okay, we are coming to the end of our session before the Q&A phase. So I would like to recap and go over quickly what is supported today and what we are planning for the next few months. As of today, basically in a 1 week time frame, we are going to release our first release for Microsoft Teams using the compliance recording API, and this will offer our customers the ability to record all the voice communication and share desktop where a dedicated recording solution can be hosted in their Azure subscription or at the partner Azure subscription, and if required in AudioCodes Azure subscription. By the end of this quarter, we are going to add video support. We will add also all the options for on-demand capabilities. And last but not least, the ability to have an on-prem deployment scenario, as I presented earlier, where both the storage and the recording application will be deployed on-prem. By the end of the fourth quarter of this calendar year, we are going to add the support for the in-country storage deployment with centralized recording solution with multiple branches globally, the optimized network solutions, and IM recording will be supported as well. This is my update for today. So Sharka, thank you so much for letting me the pleasure to share our vision as far as recording is concerned to our customers. I would be more than happy to address now any questions if you've gathered some.
So there was one question from David, but he just replied that it was answered. So we don't have any more.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, so I will just put this to the announcement. Here we go. So if there are no more questions from the audience, we still can take it if you wish. So if you would like to talk with Guy following this session, you can find him in the session breakout area. You can check the Q&A now for the link to join that meeting. And I also put there the link for leaving us the feedback for this session. So if there are no more questions, we are still waiting. Okay, probably not. So thank you for watching.
My pleasure, Sharka. Thank you very much, everybody. Enjoy the recorded session as well. If you have other questions or concerns, please reach out and we would gladly support you. Thank you.
Thank you.